discuss about the data retention management. It's just simple topic actually. So the data retention management mainly using to inactivate the data. So let me show it. I think. So here the main importance of this data retention management is, we have to remove the data certain days or like after some days, like today we have applied some 100 resumes in your system, or we have created some 100 candidates, different data we are uploading in your recruitment system. So whenever you upload this data, so suppose we have 5 openings in Java for Java developer. So we have collected almost 200 resumes from various sources. Okay. So after completion of the job, after closing that requirement, so we have to remove that all unwanted data. Our system has to remove automatically. So likewise, we are going to give some conditions. So when we can remove the data, like system is going to automatically delete the data after completion of that requirement, because it's no use of that data keeping in your system once the job is closed. So that purpose we are using this data retention management. So how to set up these settings first to these conditions? There is an option called data retention management here. So using this data retention management, so here we have some fudge rules. Fudging is nothing but the loading into data. Okay, fudge inactive users. Okay, you can check almost there are 62 users are inactivated already. So first select a purge request type. So here you have to select what type of. So using this rule, you can select the condition. You can remove this data. So whenever that candidate is inactive in the sense, once the job is closed, that the candidates will go to inactive mode. So once they inactivate, so here you can select multiple users, select a single user, or select multiple users. Okay, so here inactive time we have to make it the condition. So here we have to make the condition inactive time. So how many days after uploading? So after 90 days the system is going to automatically inactivate the data. And also you can select which department and which division also. So here you can select for which department. If you want to inactivate the users only for specific department or division or location or job role, you can select department also, and based on the hire date only. So hire date is nothing but suppose today we posted the job requisition, and the job requisitions will be like next 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month. Example, next 1 month we are keeping open that job requisition. So in this time frame, if you completed that hiring process, then the system is going to start removing the profiles. So here we have given some 90 days, but even though we have selected some based on the hire date and end date. So during this period, the candidates will be active. After completion, the moment you complete this date, the system is going to remove the candidates. So this is one rule you can create. So you can create for single user also. Single user is means most of the time we will not use single user. So we'll go for multiple users only, because for one job not only one person apply, there are many people apply for this job. Okay, so this is the second rule. Then add another rule also if you want to give any additional condition also. Okay, suppose I told you, right, suppose for one department within 30 days I want to remove, for another department also I want to remove. Likewise you can add how many conditions you want. So first rule, like department, like sales department, Bangalore division, or like some location we can select it. For that location we are using some 30 days of time frame, but second department and division we are using some other 60 days or 90 days of time frames. So max to max you can give like 180 days, or customized days also you can give, like within 10 days also you can update the condition. And there are exclusive users that meet the following criteria. Okay, so even so there are different candidates apply from different sources. So you can exclude some candidates also. Suppose there are 10 people applied for the job. In these 10 people, two references, like two candidates from references. So I don't want to remove that reference candidates, because maybe you can use that candidate profiles for future references, like future openings. Okay, if that is the case, you can exclude that candidates also. Okay, so like you can exclude using this thing, or management form or goal forms, and user is active in recruitment process. Okay, employee central, and user is one of the reviewers, specifically owners or participate on calibration. Likewise, you can give some conditions, but this is very rare cases we will keep the data. Okay. Suppose if you want to keep the data, you can keep the data, or else most of the time we will remove all the inactive users. Inactive means after completion of your requisition, we are going to completely remove the data. And this data retention management rules not only for recruiting, this is for entire suite level, in our success factor product level. And approver also to remove these candidates also. So once you time frame, like we have kept like around 60 days. After 60 days, the system is going to send an approver notifications to so and so candidate, so and so manager or recruiter. So here you can select who is the approver for this. Like here they mention, like here we are using T Walker, like Tessa Walker is a approver. Okay, so she will get a approval mail to her, like saying that you can inactivate the candidates. So once she approve, the system is going to automatically remove it. But if you are not maintaining any approval, the system is going to automatically remove it. So these type of conditions we can give in this data retention management in first page. Okay, any doubt, any confusion, please to us. So data retention management main intention is to remove unwanted data in the system, like recruitment, onboarding, EC, like in calibration and other modules also. Wherever you want to remove the data after completion of your task, so then this retention management is going to taking care of that process. So first manual data first, and then the second one is next delete the system identifier of inactive users that have already been purged with the data retention management tool. So here also purge all inactive users and purge uh, inactive users listed in a CSV file. Like CSV file means, so sometimes system is going to inactivate all the users based on this condition. So based on this in first condition, the system is going to remove, like purge all inactive users. If you select the first option, whoever is become inactive, the data will get deleted automatically. Suppose you select this one, means purge inactive users listed in a CSV file. Suppose sometimes what we will do, we will pull one record, like we will take one report like inactive users, and we will upload the data into this page. Okay, we will export all the employee like candidate information in one Excel sheet. That Excel sheet we will upload it here back. Like we will list out all the data and we will upload it here. So based on that user data in that whatever the data we maintain in that file, the system is going to remove it. So there are two ways, like you can directly activate like purge all inactive users, or you can, if you have a record of that inactive users, you can upload that file so that the system is going to inactivate it accordingly. Okay, this is the second condition. So this is about your data retention management, and there is one more data retention 1.0 fudge rules also here. Data privacy configurations for data retention management 1.0 only. Pick the type of data to set the inactivity duration for period, like application candidate profile. So first so normally we have a candidate profile. So candidate profiles, if you want to select, you can select. So unit in days, based on the units days we have already selected, and here you can select the dates, like all countries are not following same criteria. Example, unit in days, they are saying for candidate profiles applied from India, like here you can select the country. For India we are keeping the record for 60 days. Suppose for USA we are keeping the record for around like 30 days or like 20 days for these records. Likewise, you can give conditions for country wise also. Okay, so based on the data privacy also, we can give fudging rules also. Fudging is nothing but delete rules also. You can update it here. Okay. So people who are applied for Indian openings, so after 60 days, their profile will get deleted. People who are applied for USA or UK, so within 20 days or 30 days, based on the uh, dates, like based on the days we configured here like 20, 30 or 60, 90. So based on the time frames, the system is going to automatically remove the data. So this is a little bit about your data retention management. So the data retention is nothing but your removing the data from your system. Okay. Any doubt, any confusion, please do ask. So before configuring this data retention management, first you get the information from your client, like how many days you want to keep the records. Maximum we use 90 days or 60 days, 60 or 90 days we will use. So based on that information, you can update it accordingly. Okay. So then moving on to RCM to onboarding integration. Okay. So far we discussed like position management to job description integration and other third party tools and background verification tools and some other tools also. Okay. So now how the data flowing from RCM to onboarding. So first of all, what is the importance of this RCM to onboarding data sending, like why you want to save this data with RCM to onboarding. Okay. So in recruitment management, we totally focus on how to complete this interview process, scheduling and offer release and all. So after releasing offer letter, now the candidate is ready to onboard. Is nothing but complete joining formalities, because onboarding is mainly taking care of all the joining formalities completion process. Okay. So once the candidate completed their interview process in recruitment management, now I want to send the data from recruitment to onboarding. Okay. To send that, first we have to map the data, because same way how we have some 4 templates in RCM, even in onboarding also we have some pages. Okay, it's not templates actually. In 1.4 we like again our onboarding is 2 portions we have. Onboarding 1.4 and onboarding 2.4. So now most of the clients are not using onboarding 1.4 because now everyone uh, converting or migrating to 2.4. Okay. So in 2.4 there is a joining application page, like joining form. Now here we have a recruitment templates. So in job requisition template, we have a company related information. Company details means what is your company name, department, division you applied for, location and cost center, and who is a manager and recruiter. Okay. So this type of basic information. First we have a company details and hiring manager data, hiring manager and recruiter, and etc. Some other data also we have. And same way in candidate profile, in application, we have a first name, last name, different data, because during your recruitment process we will collect different data in different templates. So in job requisition we have collected almost like 30-40 feeds information from each and every person, and also in application we have some different personal information. But now you no need to send all the data from your recruitment to onboarding. So in this template we are going to choose only particular information. So I want only first name, last name, like basic personal information of the candidate, and also I want only some company related information, and I want some salary related information from your offer letter template. So only certain data we are going to pick from your recruitment template to your onboarding system. Okay. So now here we have to map the fields first, like how we are mapping the fields in your uh, position management to your job requisition template. Same way here also we are going to select particular fields from job requisition template, few fields from application template, and few fields from offer detail template. Okay. We have to choose which field you want to map from your recruitment system to onboarding system. Okay. So before that, first you have to understand what type of fields are already available in your onboarding system. Okay. To do that, first go to, because suppose if you are mapping RCM to onboarding 1.4, there is a separate mapping process. If you are mapping to RCM to onboarding 2.4, that is separate process. So before that, first we have to understand what type of application and what type of fields are there in onboarding 1.4 and onboarding 2.4. Okay. So first I'll tell you onboarding 1.4 templates available. So in onboarding 1.4, there are three panels. So there we will call it as panels or process steps. Okay. So there are three steps in onboarding 1.4. Like same way how we have a 4 job requisition template. So in onboarding 1.4 there are three process steps. Okay. So the first one is post hire verification template or post hire verification panels. Verification panels. The second one is new employee step. The third one is orientation. So these steps are there in here in this onboarding system. So now I want to map job requisition fields and application fields and some upper detail fields to my poster verification pages. Okay, so in this page we have a personal page. So in this personal page we have first name, last name. So now I want to map this first name, last name from application page. So application template to poster verification template we are going to map first. And then there is a hiring manager and recruiter and company information is there. Within the same poster verification template, there is a second page where we will maintain organization information. So in that page, I want to pick company details and hiring manager and recruiter information to poster verification. Okay. So if you are mapping RCM to onboarding 1.4, we have to map the fields from 4 templates to this poster verification panels. Okay. So now you keep aside of this onboarding 1.4 because now we are not using any onboarding 1.4 integrations. Now we are purely going for onboarding 2.4. Okay. In onboarding 1.4, we have a 3 panels, like 3 process steps. But in onboarding 2.4, we don't have any panels like this. It's purely dependent on employee central system. So in employee central, there is an employee template. So in this employee template page, we have some different fields like personal information purpose 1 page and job information and your previous experience information. So let me show you how this data is looks like. So here we have an option called add new employee page. Okay, so this is employee central application template, like application page like this. Okay. So same template we are using in onboarding 2.0 because now onboarding 2.4 is nothing but employee central only. Most of the data is using from employee central only. So this is application template of onboarding application template we use. Okay. Now I want to pick the data automatically from my RCM templates to this application, this onboarding application form. Okay. So here we have a employee name, first employee last name, middle name, salutation, and this information, and date of birth information, and country of birth, and person information, and username, and there is some personal information also, job information and compensation information. So this all data we already collected in your RCM process. Now I want to map the fields from your RCM to onboarding 2.2. Okay. To map the fields, there is an option called recruit to hire data mapping. Using this recruit to hire data mapping tool, we are going to map the data. So here, data mapping. So using this recruit to hire data mapping tool, we can map the data from RCM to onboarding 2.4. Okay, so here again we have two sections: mandatory onboarding HRIS elements and employee central HRIS elements. Okay. So first, maximum, like there are three important mandatory fields you have to map. So this second one is optional. If you want to get the data from your recruitment to onboarding, you can map it, or else you can skip also. But first three mandatories are you should map properly. So first I'm going for employment information. So once you open this employment information, so the first field is start date field. So you can see employee central label and EC field. Like EC side we have a start date. It means this side. So this side we have a start date. Like is nothing but your hire date. Then here we have to select the template, recruitment template, recruiting template. So from which template you are mapping this data. So we already selected like no can like normally we will collect this start date information in your application template page. Okay. So here we select candidate application. So once you select this candidate application, whatever the fields we have added in this candidate application, that all fields available here. Like most of the fields available in this application. Suppose if I select recruitment template here, job requisition template, that all fields appear here. Okay. Now I want to map the data from candidate profile because the start date information will collect in during your on recruitment process in candidate application. So select candidate application template and select the exact field name. So here we have a start date and make sure recruitment application like candidate application template field is date, and also make sure this EC side also same data type. So if it is string, make sure there also string. If it is date, date is number and number. Okay. So first we have to select. Suppose here we have a hire date field, but when I checked in application, there is no field here. Suppose if you don't have any field like this, again we have to go back to your candidate application. There we have to create a one field, like custom field we have to create it again. So then moving on to next field, job information. So in this job information, we are going to collect. So in this job information, you collect your company name and hiring manager information. So company name and hiring manager. So you know, right, these two fields available in your job requisition template only. So normally we will collect this data from your job requisition template. Okay. Select the company name and here you select job requisition template, and there we'll call it as legal entity, department, division, right? So that field we have to map it here. Okay. Same way the manager ID. So here we call it as hiring manager name or hiring HR manager. Okay. So likewise we have to map from this side and this side. And I'll try to add one field also. First let me show you one by one. And personal information. So in personal information page we'll collect first name and last name from your candidate application. Okay. So here we have a last name and first name. So where we will usually use this data in candidate application template. So here also we select this recruiting field. So these are the 5 important fields you have to map if you want to send the data from your RCM to onboarding. So these 5 fields are mandatory, but remaining fields like remaining all employee central fields like company information, corporate address, and other information is optional. If you want to map or if you want to carry the data from your RCM to onboarding, then only you can map it, or else you can skip also. So more information are going to map it accordingly. So the 5 important should map from RCM to EC. The 5 fields, first thing is first name, last name, hire date, company name, and hiring manager fields. So these 5 fields should map, and make sure you are maintaining data in your RCM system also. Okay. So now let me add. So suppose there is a custom field in your first personal information. Okay. So now my client asking, I have one custom field and I want to map this custom field from your candidate application or from job requisition template. Okay. So let me go to first job requisition template. and I'll check is there any custom fields are already available. Guys, you getting right what I am trying to explain? If you have any confused or doubt, please do ask, because this is very important, and this is added advantages also. If you don't have any RCM onboarding integration, it's a problem again. Like they feel that you have not worked any project like that. Even if you have all other knowledge also, like all third party integration, everything, but if you're not aware of this RCM to onboarding integration, then again it's a problem. So first I'll open any job requisition here, and I'll check is there any fields available, like custom fields where we can map from your RCM to onboarding 2.0. So first I'll check all these fields. Okay, there are many standard like custom fields are available. So in this, if you want to map any data, okay. So example is a city name list you want to map, or division new, or job requisition, or hiring date, or any field you want to map from your job requisition template to your onboard to template. So let's take one or two fields here. Okay. So first I'll take one field here, pin code or something. So here pin code is a number. Okay, same way. So let me map this pin code from your recruit job requisition template to your RCM onboarding 2.4 system. Okay. So this side is a pin code. So I feel that this is pin code field is a number. Okay. Same way here this side I'll check whether that pin code field is available in any of the template, like any of the portlet here. Okay. So example, I want to map this field into this person information like this, or else person information. Okay. Okay, I want to keep this person information, so I want to get this pin code information. I want to map this pin code to this person information. So when I checked in RCM side, like sorry, EC side, there is no field available like pin code. Okay, now I want to create a new pin code field here. So okay, to create this new pin code field from employee side, employee central side. Okay, so I want one I have one requirement, personal information. So this side I want one pin code with a number data. And for that we will go to manage business configuration. Using this manage business configuration, we have to create a new field this side, because in RCM side is the field is available. Now I am trying to create in employee central side or onboarding 2.4 side. Why I'm saying telling like employee central side mean, if you create in employee central side, it will automatically reflect in your onboarding 2.4 system, because the same application you're using in onboarding 2.4. So here you have to select person information, person info. So in this person information, we already see there are many different fields are there. Now I am going to add a new field. Okay, so here you have to select custom string or custom date or custom long. Okay, so since it's a number, I am going to select custom long one. So data field is pin code, and here the next option is enabled. Yes. If it is mandatory, no, it's not mandatory, it's optional. And inside you select type of reference object is not required, and the label we have to update it. Where is that label? Default label is pin code. Done. Okay, I just added this field, and now I'll go back and refresh this page to check whether the new field added in person info or not. Now again go back to this page, person info, and check. See, the new field pin code is updated here. Okay. So now you select the template from where you want to pick job requisition template, and here you can select that field name. Here we have a pin code this side, and validate and save. So it says that mandatory field. So here we have missed one mandatory field, so that also I'll select it. Something I'll add because okay, you have changes for percent change. Okay, so now whenever you maintain any data here, example, I'll maintain some pin code here, information, whatever the pin code we are maintaining here, the same data will flow from RCM to your onboarding 2.0. So whatever the data we are maintaining here, the same data will appear in your onboarding system also. Okay, so now you completed all your data mappings. Likewise, we have to collect all the data from your client also, like which data you want to map from your RCM to onboarding. Okay, so before that you have to clearly explain each and everything, which fields are available in which template. Okay, and make sure we can use only 3 templates. I hope you must have got some doubt why there is no candidate profile template here. No, from candidate profile we can't map any data because we already use background elements long back. So using background elements, we are carrying the data from your recruitment system to your employee central or your onboarding 2.0. Okay. So only for in this recruit to hire data mapping, we can only map the data from only these 3 templates: job description template, candidate application, and offer details, offer template only. Okay, so after completion of this mapping, now we want to send the data. How we are going to send the data? So now your mapping is ready, and you can initiate or you can send the data from a RCM to onboarding. Okay, to send that, select any job requisition here. So example, you select any job requisition with the candidate data. So example, here we have some 10 candidates for this job requisition. Select it. So now the candidate is an offer letter. Now if you want to initiate or send the data from your RCM to onboarding, make sure the candidate stays in onboarding. Make sure the candidate in onboarding status. So here we have only one candidate. If you want to send any other candidate here, you can just move the candidate from here to there. So now I'm moving the candidate to onboarding stage by changes. So now there are 2 candidates in onboarding. Open the candidates information, and now you open the candidate profile. Okay, so open the candidate profile and there is option called take action. So here we'll get initiate onboarding option. Here we have option called initiate onboarding. It means to send the data from your RCM to onboarding. So click on this initiate onboarding and confirm. Okay, so here we are getting one error. We are unable to initiate the onboarding process because the values for the following fields are missing or not mapped. Because I told you, right, there are 5 mandatory fields in this list, like first name, last name, hire date, company name, and hiring manager. Okay, so make sure these fields mapped. Also, we are maintaining the data also. So in this case, the error is saying that start date. It means there is no start date data maintained for this. Okay, so for that, what we'll do, click on OK, open the employee profile, like candidate profile, and check the start date data is updated. Okay, here the data is missing for this. So update the data, like your date, start date information. Save once. Because mapping, like what are the mandatory 5 mandatory fields are there. If you map it, it's not complete. You have to maintain the data also. So map the fields, that 5 fields, and also make sure you are adding the data as well. Okay, there is something is adding. Okay, I think you guys added some fields here. Is there any other mandatory fields? No. See, so now I'm going to reinitiate again. Initiate. Is there any other place you are using some the start date? Field or something. I'm not sure what type of data type you guys added this. I'm trying to use numbers. Let me check those 2 fields. There is one more field also here. So some unwanted fields are added. So because of that, we are facing this error. Let me reinitiate the same candidate here. Okay, so now onboarding process for Marina Fields has been initiated. It means we have sent the information from your RCM to onboarding. Okay, so whatever the data we mapped here, that all data will carry forward from RCM to onboarding. So this is, once you get this success means your RCM and onboarding integration is correct. If you're facing any error means there is some issue in your, maybe some data field mapping issue or data maintenance issue or any other mandatory fields are missed. Okay, so this is RCM onboarding integration process. So once you send this RCM, once you initiate this RCM to onboarding integration, then what next? So what next means then the initiate that information flows to that hiring manager, like who is a part of, like who is a hiring manager for this person, and he has to complete the remaining onboarding, like joining formalities. That is the next level of onboarding system. But as a RCM consultant, you have to know how to map the data from RCM to onboarding. So whatever we discussed so far, you have to know each and every process. Okay. To map this recruitment to RCM to onboarding, first you thoroughly understand both side fields, like what field you want to map from which template, and also where you want to map. Okay, so the source is recruitment management and the destination is your onboarding 2.0 application page. Okay, so here to there, like, so in this process make sure you no need to map all the fields. At least you have to map these five important fields: first name, last name, hiring manager, company name, and start date. So these five fields should be mapped. So apart from these five fields, if you have any extra data mapping, you can map it accordingly. So if the field is not, if the field is available in one side, but the other side is not available, then you have to create the field and then you have to map it. So suppose here I have field in RCM side, but in recruitment side, like sir, RCM side, but in onboarding side that field is not available. So that I have added one new custom field, new custom field that I have created. But the same way in RCM, like onboarding side field is there, but recruitment side is not there. Okay. So now we have to decide in which template you want to add this field. Means we want to add in recruitment like a requisition field or candidate flow application or offer detail. So wherever you want to add the field first and then you map it and you initiate it. So this is a process of RCM to onboarding integration. So if you have any doubt, confusion, please do ask. It's very simple, but you have to be very clear from where you want to pick the field. Any doubt, any confusion, guys? Okay. So again, you go through this session and you try to practice, try to create. So now I'll give some task. So try to create some two additional fields here. So suppose wherever you want to, not only for this person information, I have added one field in person information. Same way, if you want to add any other fields in like compensation information or email information or any other area, you just directly go to manage business configuration. In this page, you can select any element. We call this elements. You can select any element and you can map it accordingly. Okay. So with this session we successfully completed about RCM process. There is no pending things. So now we have to practice and we have to come up with our doubts. Okay.
Okay.
Raj,
And then yes, yes, Gayatri.
can you please check the yesterday's doubt I text you, right?
Mhm. Yeah. You said you have added one field in this position object, position template, right?
Yes, cost state.
Mhm.
That matrix something is there, right? What exactly the meaning of that? It's like he or she is responsible for those positions.
The matrix manager is nothing but yes, responsible for that position. Also, matrix managers we usually call like managers manager, the senior person.
Okay, like G Hill's manager.
Yeah, G Hills manager. Like now you are working for under one manager, and your manager working under another manager. So the second level manager we call it as matrix level manager.
Okay.
Managers we call actually.
So under that matrix manager, we can create two, three positions.
Yes, we can create. So but you now I'm reporting to my manager reporting to, and my colleague also reporting to my manager, and my manager reporting to another manager, like
Okay,
likewise.
okay,
So manage. Yeah. It's a reporting hierarchy.
okay.
So you added cost to state, right?
Yes.
Okay, cost to state you added.
Uh, so that position, Raj, it was for SF consultant.
No. Once you add that fields in manage positions in configure object definition, that data will replicated in all the areas, like all the positions. That is entire template. That template we are using for all the positions. That is not
Okay.
controlled for
Mm-hmm.
any one position line, something like that. That is for all the positions.
Okay. Okay.
Now the field is not visible here.
No, no.
Okay. Have you checked the permission? I told you right, there is a permission here.
So that permission one, like in the template, right? Permission, role-based permission. Then I have to see if it is employee data, the way you have shown it to us. That one.
Yes, employee data. Just go
Yes,
to
employee data. I have checked. It was there.
okay. Okay, let me.
Can you check those business rules?
Okay, you have created the business rules, all right?
So for whenever we create a new field, we have to put both the rules or
No, only
only
one rule.
field
Field
mapping.
mapping. Only field mapping rule.
Okay, so when exactly we need to use, because this is for standard requisition template, right? So why can't we use both the rules? Like first we need to choose standard requisition, then in the field mapping
No,
rule.
these rules is using for not only for standard business requisition and for not only for basic requisition. So once you open this business rule, you can see the list of job requisitions listed here. Like whatever the active job requisitions there in your recruitment side, we have listed all the requisitions. You can see all the requisition. Okay. So these conditions, these field mappings, not only for one particular job requisition, that field mapping will happen for any of the job requisition. If you are using basic or standard or any other also, the same conditions will apply.
Okay, so when
So
to use that first rule?
first rule is for one time only. There is only one time. So this is only one time activity. Suppose when you want to use this first rule, suppose you have created one new job requisition template. Okay. Apart from this list, suppose your client asking you to create a new job requisition template. So here you can see there is only job requisition template. Also, there are other job requisition also updated. Now your client provided one new job requisition template. Example, they
Okay.
have provided some like test job requisition template. So you have created this job requisition template in your recruitment site and you uploaded that XML or you manually created using managed templates. So once you created that new job requisition template, then you come back to this first tool and you have to list out that new job requisition template, whatever the job requisition you created in uh, XML.
Okay.
So when you create a new job requisition, then only you are going to list out that. But
This position dot company is not equal to null. That means what is the exact meaning of this condition?
so position company is not equal to null means it's a empty. Empty. We are not using any position in company name. So it means we are not adding any company name in that job requisition template. There is no field called company or nothing. So when there is no data, like when there is no maintenance of this company name, it's null means empty. Then we have to choose this job requisitions.
So while creating the position, when there is no field named company.
Yes, there is no field name, position, company name, and if it is the company name is there, but there is no data maintained for that, it means they have not selected anything in that company. Then it will take this job requisitions.
Standard job
But
requisition.
yes, standard job requisition, or you can select any other job requisition also. Else we given right. Else, or you can set this one also.
But whenever we create a position, we like, obviously going to put the company name.
No, while creating position, we are not maintaining any company name right here. See here, where is it? That position, like manage positions, we will maintain the field values, but we are not particularly maintaining for one particular customer. Okay, so the first tool is says that empty. Position company is not equal to null means empty. When there is no company name, the system is going to pick this first standard job requisition and any other active job requisitions.
Okay.
So in second rule, I think you have created one field mapping condition in this. Where you created? Okay, state you created here. State. But the field is not available in your position side. Let me check UI. This is not. Let me check in rules. Submission. Employee views. Employee views, okay. Employee data. So whatever the field you created, you find that. Information is there. No issue with that. And also check in so miscellaneous permissions also I'll check. That is also is there. All permissions are already available in this system. There is no missing. That permission is there. Let me check for any other users. Normally, I'll proxy for any other manager and I'll check there. Sometimes that field is not available for admin immediately. So you can go for proxy or some other users you can check. It's still not coming, and again you have to remove that field and you have to add it, because last time I have added some salary type, so it's immediately available. Let me search for who is the manager here.
G Hill.
Ghill does not have a position information. Let's see. So here you should have manage position access to that manager also. And you have given visibility editable or read only. Any idea?
Which one, Raj?
Visibility. While creating that field in configure
Okay.
object definition, have
Okay.
you given the visibility editable or read only?
No, I have not given any permission. I have not filled that thing.
Okay,
Whatever was default, I put it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll check. No, it's not there. I'll check the visibility. And also I'll try to add one more field here. Object definition.
And one more thing, Raj, why it's coming in position management, that requisition as pre-approved because it's open in requisition template, right? But it's in position management, it's coming pre-approved.
Yes, from manager side is pre-approved, not from the route map side. It should only have told you, right? So from manager side, like I'm the manager, so I'm like originator we called the person who is initiating that job requisition from the job org chart. So from he or she, like from them side, it will come pre-approved. But again, in recruitment side, again it will start processing that route map based on the route map
Yeah.
and whoever part of that route map. Again, we have to go back to that status. From
Okay.
initiator side, like originator
Mm-hmm.
side, it shows pre-approved, but not from
Okay.
the workflow side.
Recruiter side. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, visibility also given editable only. Mm. You added some parent effective start date and effective date, start date, these things. So why you selected these fields? Normally, this is not mandatory,
These are, I think, system generator, right? I have not filled it.
is it? Like
Yes,
you have
because I
added.
tried to fill it, and before to this cust field, there is one more cust field. So I tried to copy that, but it was showing error. Then I removed everything. Then I put the pick list ID, and it came automatically.
How is it? So valid value source. Okay. Let me create one more field here. Normally that association it won't take by default. So let it be the string or anything, no issues. Even if you select pick list also, it will ask only the valid value source. It means whatever the pick list ID you want to map, you just update that information only. But this is
Okay.
association actually. So these are all optional. If still not coming, then we have to run a backend job or a data refresh again. Where is that
Okay.
options? We have to run RBP refresh in provisioning also. So there are some possible reasons for that also. Let me create new. There it will come. No, it's still not coming. Okay, so let me run some RBP refresh and some OData also first. So whenever we are updated, but the data is not updating in various places. Not only for this reason, we used to run this refresh data. It's kind of removing cookies and caches in your success factor system.
Okay.
And even sometimes we will give some permissions. Still the data is not replicating properly, means like we have granted some new RBP permissions, but still that new RBP permissions not applied to the system, then we are going to run one RBP refresh in backend. So inside company settings, we refresh some of this. So this is successful. Let me try this also. Here we have a RBP, refresh RBP permission configuration. So we have okay. So we have done all these things. Let me log out and relog in. So let me check. And you have not made any other changes, right? Only this data you updated. That's all.
Yes.
It's not coming. Please correct on this. Permission category is added into miscellaneous. And whenever you add any field or something like that, so if you don't know where to check in which RBP you have to grant, you can directly come to bottom of this page. You can check permission category. So these fields you can check it in miscellaneous permissions also. But even I check that also. Permission category. Check that field here. The position is permission is granted. There is no issue with this because I have added all the permissions here for position. So no problem, should come. So I'm not sure what is stopping, so I have to uh, look into it further. So I'll check separation external code. This is okay. I have to check thoroughly in EC again. What where is there any condition is submit? But last time when we discussed that time is working, but I'm not sure what changes made by whom. I have to check later.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. So when I added this salary type, it was updated immediately. But after someone changed some settings or something, I have to investigate further on this issue.
Salary type was created in position management.
Yes, position management. During our session, I have created this salary type custom field, and we have created data and we have mapped also between these two. When I explained that recruitment to position management integration. So
No,
the
no, no.
time it
It was
was
not created, Raj. There was some issue.
no. During our session, we have okay, fine. I'll check and let you know what is the issue is coming,
Okay,
why it's
okay,
not
okay.
coming. Okay,
Sure,
and
sure.
also I'll try to remove some data. So I'll
Mm.
try to remove this all custom fields. I'll try to add only one or two, so that I'll check. Is there any? I think more fields have added more than 20 fields or something like that. Because we have some limitations also for custom fields. So up to some
Okay,
20-25 fields we can add. So I will check. Is there any previously added some custom fields like limit exceeded or not? I'll check that.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Sure. Thank you,
fine.
Raj.
Yeah, thank you guys. So try to practice these things and come up with your doubts. And next session will be like take some 2 to 3 days of gap and try to practice. And once you're okay, once you guys are ready to take session, maybe we'll have a session on okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, like maybe like take some 2 to 3 days of gaps. Next session will be on Tuesday because Monday. Sorry, next session on Monday, not Tuesday. So next session on Monday. So this Saturday, Sunday, try to practice, come up with your doubts. On Monday, I'm going to give overview on like end to end from starting to ending. We will take one sample user and we will add and we will complete all the interview process till initiate onboarding. Okay, till that process, we will try to complete all the step by step process. Okay. So meanwhile, you go through all the
Okay.
recordings and practice and come up with your doubts. Okay. Sure. Thank
So
you
next
guys.
Okay, so
class
next
is on
session will
Monday
be
or
on.
Tuesday?
Uh,
Sorry, come again, one by one.
Yeah, next session is going to be on Monday or Tuesday?
Monday.
Monday. Okay.
okay. Thanks, Russ.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Raj.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye all.